So I'm gonna pull, knowing that that forces him to pull back, and I'm gonna go in with it. So again, I pull, he pulls back, and now I'm gonna add that circle. Grab your martial arts long staff. I'm gonna warm you up today with some basic spins, and then you're gonna go right into striking and blocking, and stay tuned to the very end, because I'm gonna show you what to do if someone grabs the end of your staff while you're defending yourself. Before we get started, remember to hit like and subscribe all the way through. Leave me comments if they occur to you. If there's anything in here that you think I'm not doing right or that you could do better, please let me know by way of your own video. That means you get in front of the camera, you get your staff, and you show me how it's done. Please don't just tell me. I'm not interested in reading what you have to say as a critique. I'd rather see you do it than hear you talk about it. Warm up with the overhand spin. Practice today sliding from your shoulder past your elbow over the wrist. And now switch. Very simple motion. And again, today I want you to start to come down your shoulder to your elbow. Simple figure eight, roll around your body and into the other hand. And switching from hand to hand, you switch your feet every 2 or 3 steps. Start to get into a natural flowing pattern by stepping in and stepping back. You're stepping with one foot and then the other foot. Now pick it up a little bit, stepping in every time you bring the hand forward in the spin. Reverse the figure eight spin. Just pulling it up. Switch hands. Hand to hand. Switching. Get into a nice flowing pattern. And then stepping with every switch. You can do more spins as part of your warm-up today, but follow me now. We're gonna go over and we're gonna do some strikes and some basic blocks. We're gonna use the Muay Thai banana bag. If you don't have a bag, use a tree. If you don't have a tree or a pole, just do it in the air. It doesn't matter as long as you do the practice. You're gonna start first with your left foot forward, holding your staff like you're doing a push-up, both hands facing away from you. And you're gonna strike to the temple. Remember to turn your hip. Power comes from the hip. Make sure both feet are planted into the ground. That means your toes and your heels are down. Striking. And now to the ribs. To the knee. In the same position with your left foot forward, you're gonna bring your staff to your left hip, you're gonna strike into their stomach. And then you're gonna bring the staff to the other side. And once you've gone through this whole routine, switch to the other foot and practice those basic strikes. The temple strike, ribs, knee, and then both hands into their solar plexus. You're gonna hit them here, put their diaphragm into a spasm. They won't be able to catch their breath. They fall to the ground, you get away safe. We're gonna do just the 3 blocks today. From here, straight up, and straight down. General rule of most striking martial arts, I'm only gonna speak for karate and taekwondo here, is from here up is that high block. In this case, coming up here. From here down, they're sticking you with something, they're grabbing, they're trying to punch. It's the low block. Or pushing down in the case of these two blocks with this staff. Now the next block is when it's coming in or they've already got you and they're holding you here. You're gonna bring your staff up and you're gonna clear across the body. You're gonna switch to practice and bring it across the body. Notice I'm still in the same grip. I haven't changed my hands. Bringing it across, turning it, bringing it across, turn it, bring it across. I'm standing in a martial arts stance. You can do this standing up. It's always better if you can turn your body when you're defending yourself. Now you're not gonna be able to practice this one on the bag like you did the other blocks and the strikes. Just practice this in the air. But that doesn't mean slow. Slow at first, smooth, but then add the breath. It's like a tennis player hitting the ball as it comes through, or a boxer exhaling on the jab. Start to move more quickly. Again, they've got you here, bring it up, you will clear their arm off. Now here's the bonus technique. Now when you're defending with your staff and someone has taken hold of the end and they're pulling it, trying to get it away from you so they can beat you with it, and you're trying to pull it back so they can't beat you with it, and you're trying to push and pull, that's not gonna free the staff. What you're gonna do is use the principle of the small circle. That means your hands in this position, this is different from our strikes, and then you can slide the backhand a little bit, they're holding there, and you're gonna start to make this small circle. Now here's a trick. It's not really a trick, this is a martial arts principle. Before I do this motion, because they're not gonna want you to do this motion, you're going to pull first. That causes, when you pull, that causes them to pull. When they pull, you go forward with them. Now they're moving backward in that direction, and then you're gonna make your circle. So you pull, they pull back, you allow them to go in their direction, and then you do that small stirring motion. Stirring, think about stirring the pot. This becomes the pivot point. This backhand does the stir. Now, anytime you step, and again, both feet flat on the floor, and you move with your hips, step, while you do that motion, you generate a multiple of this amount of energy. That means you're gonna be a heck of a lot stronger when you step and snap at the same time while they're still holding it. I found Kellen downstairs, he agreed to help me demonstrate it. He knows how not to get hurt too. He's been doing this for such a long time. He has the other end of your staff, and you don't wanna be in this tugging match for too long, because he's either gonna get it away from you and you're gonna get hurt with your own staff, or spending all this time holding on to it, someone else can run up and hit you in the back of the head. So I'm gonna pull, knowing that that forces him to pull back, and I'm gonna go in with it. So again, I pull, he pulls back, and now I'm gonna add that. Notice when I make that circle, I'm twisting my wrist, and I'm pulling it into my body, and pushing down with the other hand. These are subtle movements that you'll get when you start to practice it over and over. So again, I pull, that forces him to pull back, I go in, and then I go down. Now, if I take that step, as I said before, all of a sudden, I become much more powerful. I'm engaging more of my body, my core is engaged. Remember to plant your feet flat, and you're gonna break his grip much more quickly. If you do this fast enough, you can even flip your opponent.